Welcome to today's tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about making an isometric game in Blender Game Engine. So let's get started. What you'll see here is I have this little game right here. It's a very low poly style of isometric renders. And it's actually what I've been doing for a while now. I've been making some isometric renders. You can check those out at Blender Artists under Roscoe 3. But this is sort of part of one render I did, sort of the same map, not the whole thing. I'll probably show a picture right now of what that looks like. But I've been working on those, and I thought it'd be cool to bring it into the game engine and see how I can do it. So we'll just play this game really quick, and this is sort of an idea what an isometric game would be like. Play. So here we go. We got our little guy. It's very almost 2D-ish, 2.5D, I guess you could say. You click F, it spawns these zombies. There's a nav mesh, so they can track me, and they don't it just goes straight through those cars. There's a little nav mesh going on, and then all you do is you point towards them and you shoot them, and then 2 shots, and they're dead. So that's the little game I've created over the weekend. Just boring. Maybe I'll take it a little bit farther. Who knows? But this sort of style of game is what I wanted to teach you guys how to do. So what we'll do is we'll make a new file. Start from scratch. Make sure you're in Blender Game Engine. We'll go over here, change some settings. First off, you want animation frame rate 60. You want GLSL. That's really about it for now. So what we're going to do, actually we're just going to make a little platform for our character to be on. We're going to have a character who's a block. So most isometric renders are very blocky, and it's very low poly. So all we're going to do here is we're just going to make a little platform. We're going to bring it down here, and then we're going to take this, extrude it, and actually, okay. So take this, when you click E, scale it. I'm going to scale it to be this far, and then extrude it again. So we have almost like a mushroom platform looking-ish thing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take it, scale X by 4, scale Y by 4. So we got a platform like this. If we go to our camera view, see, this is what it looks like. Looks really boring. Looks nothing like what we made earlier. So what we can do is, first off, let's go into solid mode, so we can see a little bit better. And what we're going to do is we're going to add materials. We're going to make this top a grass plane, the bottom some dirt. So go into materials here. And we'll just take this out real quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into edit mode. We're going to click Z, and we're only going to select the top part of our little mushroom area here. So I believe, yeah, that's all of it. And we're going to add a material here, and we're going to make it green. That might be a little too green. Just do whatever you want with that. We're going to turn the specularity off. And we're just going to click Assign. So we're assigning these vertices to this material. Now if we go into solid mode, you'll see it's all green, and it's only because we only have one material for the whole mesh. So we're going to have to add another material. So we'll click Z again, and we'll only select these bottom vertices here. And we're going to add another material. Make it brown, we'll darken it, and then click Assign and make sure the specularity is off. So what we have here, actually we'll see it better if we're in solid mode, is we have this little nice looking little plane area for our characters to be on. And so that's pretty cool. That's something to start out with. But what's really important about making an isometric game, and I'll show you, if we go to the camera and click play, well, we need to be material mode, but you can't really tell that this is an isometric game. The camera is the most important part when it comes to a game like this. A good style, if you've ever played Crossy Road, that's a mobile game. Really good use of isometric, low poly sort of game style. So that's basically what we need, and the camera is the most important part. So we'll go into our camera settings, grab your camera here. And I have some things written down, and I'll read them off here. So these are very important. They're kind of specific. So you're going to basically be looking up here. But the first thing you'll do is, instead of perspective lens, you want an orthographic lens. So as you can see, this already changes the look of it a lot, and actually improves it can't say words right now. But anyway, we're going to go to the location. We're going to change all these to make it right. We're going to make it 12 on the x-axis. The y-axis will be -12, and the z-axis will be 13. Actually, sorry, I believe that's 12. Well, change it to 13 for now. Just make sure. So it looks a little weird. Not much has changed. That's what we've got. Now for rotation, go to X, make it 55. Go to Y and make it 0. And go to Z and make it 45. And if we click play, that's what we have so far. And you can tweak this a little bit. I want to see what this looks like if it's 12. Yeah, it looks a little bit more centered. And all you do to change how zoomed in you are is you take this orthographic scale and you scale it the way you want to. So we're actually going to go to 18. That's about, actually, no. We're going to go a little bit tighter and go to 16. All right, so that looks pretty good. We've got a basic game right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly set up some lighting. We're going to delete this lamp. We don't want it. So we're going to add not spot lamps. We're going to add Hemi lamps. So add one Hemi going down, duplicate it, rotate it by 180, one going up. So the one going up is the ground plane, which is green, so we'll make that green. And the one down, we're just going to make it almost a bluish color, so it's like a bluish sky. So we click play. Looks alright. Looks a little strange, but that's okay. So we can actually tweak the world. We can make the horizon color white. That might change things a little bit. Makes it a little better. Kind of weird though, but alright. Anyway, so it looks okay. We may tweak these. We'll give this like -5 or 0.5, sorry. 0.5. And then we're just going to add a sun lamp so we can get some good looking shadows in here. We'll grab it, bring it over here, rotate it this way. Okay, so cool. So click play. This is our game right now. Nothing has really changed other than we have some good looking lighting in the background. But this is where we begin. So we want a character here, and we're going to add a cube, bring him up. Here, let's make sure he's on the top of the plane, scale him way down, and bring him right there. Actually, we'll make him a little smaller. There we go. So bring him down. We have, we've got our material here, and we just have our little guy just standing in the middle, and that's okay. Let me make sure we have GSL on. Why is that not showing? Okay, so we click play. This is what we got. We don't have any shadows right now, so make sure your lamp or your sun lamp has shadows. Make it look good. And you can change it to variance if you want the shadows to look a little nicer. But that's up to you. We'll just leave it simple for now. Anyway, so we're going to give our little character here some motion so he can move around. So we'll open the logic editor. And we're going to make some keyboards. For now, I'm just going to do two keyboards just to make it really easy because it's a tutorial. Don't want to waste too much time. So we give a keyboard, make a W one, another keyboard, S to back and forth. And then we're going to go to motion, add 2 of these, and then pair these up. So what we want is you have to make sure you know what your axis is we're going. And the y-axis is this way. So when we click W, we're going to say forward is on the y-axis. So for W, we're going to go 0.1, and we're going to go -1 when we click S. So if we click play, oh, you can't see it, sorry. We're going to go back and forth. And that's pretty good. But one major thing with these kind of games is that you have a camera that's following the cube. So what we can do is what you would think you would do is you could just parent it, simply parent it to the object, click play, and that works pretty well. But one thing we can have some trouble with, so say we want to make this have some physics to it, say we want it to be a rigid body. Can't really do it here. We have so you can't really tell now, but the axis is actually kind of changing, which is not good. And we have the parent going on, and if we're moving, some things can get messed up. So we can sort of see how Yeah, it's rotating like that, and we don't want that. So what we want to do is when we parent it, actually first let's clear the parent. So we'll clear parent, and now we're going to parent it again and do vertex, and that's it. So we're actually only going to parent it on one vertex. So the camera always stay the same, and it sort of looks a little strange, but our cube is moving, but our camera is only moving parented to it on one vertex. And it's kind of strange to look at because it's only using one vertex. And so that's the kind of parent we want when we're using isometric games. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. I'll put those in the front if you want to follow me. I post some stuff on there, some cool stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys next week.